I don't think we're watching. Are we watching TransWorld?
Hey, what's up? I'm Jaime Owens. Welcome to the TransWorld Video Show. Today we're here with Leo Romero, and we're going to be talking about his 2005 TransWorld video part from First Love.
Leo gets down.
This guy.
It's me.
So what's up, man?
Not much.
How you been doing?
Good. Just filming a bunch for the new Toy Machine video.
Oh yeah. Talk about that. How long have you been working on that?
Well, I was filming a part for another type of skateboard media, and they kind of fucked a lot of people over, from what I understand, unfortunately. But I mean, it worked out because I pulled out, and I'm gonna do. I'm just working on a video part for Toy Machine now. All the footage I've gotten in the past like 2 years, I'm just basically saving it all.
And are you way ahead of everybody else on the project? Is everybody filming parts?
Everyone's filming parts,
Yep.
but I mean, it's kind of weird filming parts nowadays because everyone wants footage for everything. So you could be ahead, and then they're like, "We need your footage for this tour article, or whatever." You know?
Yeah.
It's just the way of the world nowadays. But I mean, I would say I have a good heads up.
For sure.
Just from that, you know.
I know I took some footage from you guys when you went to China, so thanks for that. For the China edit.
Yeah, that's exactly my point. Everyone wants footage.
Yeah, there you go. I took some. All right, so let's jump into this one. Let's go back in the time machine to 2005, when you were just a wee little boy.
Are you guys gonna add like time machine sound effects and like, and like some cool little filter to make it seem like we're
We'll
going
have
back in time?
Doc Brown, and we'll go back in the
Yeah.
DeLorean. Let's start it off. Here we go. Right up here.
The photographer's like, "Oh, I got the perfect spot for you. It's a 16th rail." Like, yeah, I'm down to skate it, because sometimes it is fun to skate like a really big rail to me.
What was it like to get the nod to be in a TransWorld video?
I think I got lucky because Jason Hernandez, who filmed this, he worked for Foundation before TransWorld, and I think, from what I remember, he was saying it was always his, like, one of his goals was to make a TransWorld video, so he was pretty stoked once he got hired over there.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if he asked me. I think I might have asked him, and then just luckily we were friends beforehand, so I think he agreed to it.
That's awesome. Was that a big deal?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have anything to film for. I think this was my first pro part, so I mean, I was just happy to work with him again, because he's like really good filmer, and
Yeah.
he's one of those filmers that has spots, will make the spot skatable, basically leaving no excuses for the skater. So if you don't skate a spot, then it's basically because you're just a wimp.
This is true. And then talk about, so the classic TransWorld videos always had the narration from the skater at the beginning of the part. What was it like? Looking back at it now, let's play the whole little thing and listen to it.
Bullshit.
It could also be like, "Oh, I got this sick ledge spot. You guys want to skate?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm definitely down for that." It doesn't matter. Like, the feeling of rolling away from it, it's just fun. First video I saw was Misled Youth. That's like what I saw skateboarders doing. What was around me was like rails and stairs. So I was just like, that's what I want to skate. I just want to skate.
Leo gets down.
I don't just love skating a certain type of thing. I just love skating.
Tell me about listening to that again.
It's awful. I don't know. I think people were always like, I mean, there was like, "Oh, you're just a handrail skater," and they were like, "Talk about that." And I mean, to this day, I love skating handrails, big handrails. I don't care.
Nothing's changed, right?
Yeah, nothing's changed at all. I don't know. I think of that, and it sounds stupid, I think, to have to explain myself as a skater. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause it's just like to have I mean, I get how people have preferences, but it just seems silly to be like, explain why you skate
Yeah,
handrails.
why are you only doing that?
And
Because that's
it's
what I
just-
like doing.
It's like, yeah, it's fun. But I mean, I skated everything, but at the same time, people want to see gnarly, cool shit. It's not like nowadays where people get away with doing some bullshit just because they look pretty or whatever. But I mean, I just listening to it now, I think it's like, it's so silly to like have to explain why you like skating a certain thing.
So let's talk about, the song, did you pick this song? Is that T-Rex song?
Yeah.
Is this in your playlist at the time?
I mean, T-Rex, once I discovered him, Mark Bolan, that is, he's always been a favorite of mine. So
Yeah.
I wanted to use one of his songs, and right before this part came out, actually, Matt Bennett used 20th Century.
Yep.
But I didn't want to use that song. I didn't want to use like a popular T-Rex song, just
Yeah.
because it's like, not that even, nothing against Matt B using that song because it was so perfect, but for me, like, whenever you use like a known artist, I always try to think of using like a kind of more
Obscure song, not
obscure, not even this one's obscure, but I was like, fuck, like I gotta use like kind of a more of an like just far away from the popular song, you know. But yeah, I mean, I love this song. I think T-Rex is awesome.
Yeah, for sure. And then your first clip is Ollie in this big gap.
Yeah, that was actually random. We just found it like just driving by. It wasn't even we were trying to skate that spot. We were actually going, I think is when it was maybe the same day I did the frontside shove at Crook or nose grind down the rail and. Like
Oh yeah, that is.
I think that might have been the same day. I'm not exactly sure, but now thinking about it, it might be the same day. But we'll see.
Yeah, see if you're wearing the same clothes. That is all in the same area.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that's Saddleback College right here.
Yeah, and we went there like a few times. Like that, we just found that just driving through the school.
How good were those Reynolds 3s at that time? Those were
They were
popular
so good.
shoe, right?
Yeah. Until I designed my own shoe. And then blew them out of water.
Sales through the roof. Here's a Teg ledge line. Wow.
Yeah, man, not just handrails.
Did you feel? Oh, there we go. It's me and you. We
That
shot
was me and you. Yeah, I got smoked that day right before that.
Oh my God, yeah. Because all I needed was like a quarter-size picture from you, and you decided to backlip of that rail with the knobs in it.
Yeah, man, I'll do anything for you, Jimmy.
That's right, baby. And I shot a photo of you gap lipping on this too. Let me pause this. Like probably like a year before that, Matt Allen used to call me to go skate. And you would always be there with him.
Is that
and
how it was?
Yeah, and I would always get photos of you over, and then get some of Matt too. But it was always funny because Matt, we'd always go skating, and you were always there, and that's where I shot a photo of you gap lipping this, and I ran it in skateboarder as a still, and then you
is
like.
Is that how we
line.
became bros? Like I was just riding Matt's coattails and got lucky.
We owe it all with this friendship. We owe all to Matt Allen.
Thank you, Matt Allen.
Yeah. Have you seen him lately?
Not that long ago. I mean, I would say a while ago, but I mean, there's times where I haven't seen him in years. But I probably within the past year, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because he works up in pharmacy, or he like manages one of the pharmacies.
Oh,
in
that's
Victorville,
awesome. Yeah.
So I think he's doing pretty good. I mean, he's still
Skating, right? I've seen him on Instagram.
such a great skater. Like like when I remember skating with him and just being just surprised by all the tricks he like can do and would learn like instantly. He was such a naturally talented skater. It's crazy.
I still love your guys' Dumb and Dumber ad.
That might be the best thing I've ever done.
That's probably
in skating. That might be the only. If I have it,
if you remember
one thing in this fucking stupid ass game, it's that fucking ad.
So good. It embodies everything.
That's one of my favorite lines I've ever gotten though.
Right here.
Yeah, because I love that I just didn't push.
Oh yeah, it's good enough speed all the way.
And I'm thinking about it, that crack I think is why I didn't push, because I like was getting ready for it.
Oh yeah.
And for some reason I took the curve. I don't know how that worked out, but.
I know. How'd you not run into the wall? There's some more tech lines.
Jason also was pushing me to get like stuff like this.
To diversify and everything.
Yeah,
because
awesome. I think we skated a bunch, and I mean he's one of those filmers I think like John Miner where he's able to influence like a skater and like push him in the right direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I mean I think from their perspective they want to make the best video part possible. They don't want just like a one-sided video part, you know. So he definitely pushed me into that.
How many times have you skated that blue kink rail in Albuquerque?
Every time I've gone there for a specific trick.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, actually, no. I went there that time. I lip slid it and front boarded because I've always wanted to do it. And then I went back to like try to do. I forgot what I went for, but I Smith grind and I tried to do crook popover.
Oh, sick.
I don't remember if I did it or not. But yeah, I mean, I think I went there specifically for Smith again, but not that many times. I don't think.
Yeah.
But I might have.
Maybe just because I'm thinking Dakota's getting clips on it. Yeah.
Dakota was trying to front blunt it for a while, and he went there a couple of times. And it's also one of those things where it's like in New Mexico, so to try to go back to get a trick to New Mexico, it's always, or anywhere out of state, it's always tough because you get there and you have the pressure of like, fuck, we're all the way out here.
Yeah. But then you get Danlu on the team, and
then you're
good
there
reason
all the
to
time.
go.
Yeah,
Then you're in Albuquerque all the fucking
Yeah.
time. Yeah, that's such a sketchy rail, that long kink. I like that switch frontside flip. Back
Yeah,
nose grind.
that all came really easy that day.
It's feeling good.
Yeah, I was feeling really good that day.
I like this too. Backside flip, switch frontside flip.
Yeah, I can't do lines that aren't like a 360. If I'm doing any 180 trick, I have to do the next 180 trick to go like to complete the 360.
Oh yeah.
It feels awkward to not
Does
do
it?
that. I mean, not like if anyone else does it. I'm just saying like my personal, if I feel like I need to go the complete 360.
Yeah, that's awesome. And if this is a big old front feeble right here. You like, I feel like you were one of those young kids back then that could front feeble anything and take them down big rails when a lot of dudes weren't. Was that an easy trick back then?
Yeah, I mean, that sesh, I had, that rail was so good that it was like I was not even scared to skate it, so I was just having a good time skating it.
Busting and rifling off tricks and stuff.
Yeah.
That's sick. Oh, that's such a good one. And then talk about this. Yeah, Jason built this spot.
Yeah, never really cared for like the built ledges.
Yeah.
But the thing about this line that I always remember, like, is the fact that Mike Carroll was there with a bunch of other dudes from Girl, or they don't have a Girl now, but like that old Girl posse. And I did the line, and I think I did it once before that, and I was like, I should do it again, and I did that one. And Jason showed them, and they're like, what do you think? They're like, oh, it's good. And I was like, fuck.
If
they think it's good, then fucking, I don't know if they were bullshitting me or not, but they seem to, we're okay with it. So,
yeah. And you're like, I got it at this spot with those dudes, it's all good.
Yeah, because I mean, I just do a kickflip in the line. Like, it's such a stupid flat ground trick to do, but they're like, oh, it's good. And I was like,
but the nollie flip out of the nose ground was so smooth and perfect.
Yeah, they gave me the okay.
That's all you need. Wearing the Tosh Townends a lot too.
Oh, I love the Tosh shoe.
Not as much as the Leo Romero, but it's good, right?
Yeah, I took some heavy influence from the Reynolds 3 and the Tosh.
Yeah, amazing. There you go, in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Was that the only trip you took for filming this part?
I think that's might be the only like Europe trip. Yeah, it was me, Shiloh. I think Omar was already out there, and Jason Hernandez.
Oh yeah, I was on a trip with Omar in London, and he stayed out there after that trip to film with you guys, I think.
Yeah, but that was because we went up to SF a bunch, with Jason and Shiloh and I. But yeah, that was like the big trip. I would say.
The big trip.
Which is funny because like filming this video, like it was just me and Shiloh and Jason skating all the fucking time.
Just all around Southern California a lot.
Yeah, it's just funny to have that be like my skate crew. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, you and Shiloh.
It's just me and Shiloh, which was awesome because he was such a fun dude to be around.
Yeah.
Like skating wise, because he wanted something completely different, I wanted something completely different, and we would be on each other's sessions. It's fucking like he'd go to a 19th row with me, and then we'd go to some fucking weird ass like ledge spot, whatever. It just was cool.
Had you seen video parts of him from the early 90s in the World Days and stuff? Like
yeah.
Love Child and everything?
No, not that early, but I saw like Deca and like Deca footage and like round one or Ronnie Mullenberg's Day One Song and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like 4-on-1 shit, but never that early on.
Early stuff.
Yeah, but I knew he was like been around for a long time.
Backside 270 lip slides on rails and stuff, just fucking he was the sickest. He still is sick. Oh yeah, I think the next clip I wanted to. Oh yeah, this rail. This is the same rail from your That's Life part.
Yeah.
The intro where you sack, fall down, get mad, and then you walk back up there and Smith grind it.
Yeah.
Is this a local rail that you grew up skating?
It was a spot that, yeah, it's probably like 5 miles from my house. And yeah, it was like when I was a little kid, I went there and it was like unskateable for me at the time.
Because it looks tall.
It's not that tall. It's like
really?
below waist high. It's like right in mid femur bone, depending on who you are. But it wasn't that high. I mean, by today's standards, it's fucking low. But it was like as a little kid, I went there and I was like, oh my god, it's crazy. And I remember when I was on Foundation and we went there, and I got like I think it was like 5.0 nose grind and the Smith grind or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just fucking took one to the sack.
Yeah, that was actually the intro that the clip between me sacking it and doing it is actually longer, but they like, because I was like,
really? Yeah, because it's long in the part too.
Yeah, because I was like, that'd be a cool intro, whatever, to sack it and then do it, whatever. But I think Josh B was like, it's a little too long because I sack and then I do it right after. That's not a fabrication, but the fabrication that I got up that quick and did it is.
I know you're like, it's a while, but you still had to be ringing. Your body had to be like. Ugh.
Yeah, but I mean, I was a little kid, man. I wasn't fucking back then. There was nothing down there.
Nothing to
it just
worry
it was a little
about.
Pinch that hurt.
A little baby sack.
Yeah.
Big old switch flip.
I never done that trick, that only half cab heel down anything before up until then.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah.
I like the wall ride too. Let me pause that.
That spot, the bump to wall ride, is right next to Soul Tech, and that spot is actually, if you go down, like the direction I'm going, that's towards the driveway, towards the street, and it's actually a spot that Susky and Tosh skated. It was a flat bar, and I don't even know how we were there, but I think maybe Shiloh wanted to check out this like straight out ledge that's on Bake Boulevard, and I don't know what happened, but we ended up at that flat bar, and I mean, to this day, whenever I go to a spot, I skate around the whole perimeter and see what's around.
Yeah, see what's around.
And I was there and I was like throwing some shit on, like I think like just jokingly doing that, like throwing it on there.
Yeah.
And Jason was like, dude, that would be cool for your part. And yeah, I ended up getting a clip.
Yeah, did it bounce you off? Like, that
yeah,
looks so cool.
It was a bit difficult because it wasn't like a solid surface.
Yeah.
So it was just like getting the right pop off it, you know, because sometimes I would think I'm popping off and my board wouldn't come with me. But yeah. That was just a random thing that we came across.
I know, that's super good. Like, you get a lot of diverse stuff in here. Not just a handrail skater, bro.
No, but I am. I'd rather just skate handrails.
Yeah, just give me a handrail all day long. There you go, front shove nose, backside nose blunt. And these are out in Victorville?
I actually did that lip slide in a line before that. I did a lip slide down the rail with the old pharmacy filmer Greg, and I did a lip slide, then I back lipped the bottom rail.
Oh damn, really?
Yeah.
Sick.
And I don't know why, I don't know what happened with that. Maybe it was like filmed terribly or the lighting was off or something, but I think we went there and I was like, I want to do a line there, and I told him about it. He's like, you should just do another line. And I was like, fuck, I guess I'll just try to like back 180 to just do something down the stairs or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was that.
So the back lip footage never came out?
Yeah, I put out a video part of like all my old shit.
Oh, okay.
I don't think anyone ever saw it or whatever, but it's in there.
We want to see it. Where is it? That was an ad, I think, right? For United? Oh yeah, let's talk about this. The nose blunt. One, tell me about this hat you're wearing. A little tiny bill.
Yeah, Ruka just made a stupid hat one time, and I loved it. I've always been like a fan of hats. Doesn't matter how stupid they look or are. I just love hats. But yeah, that was just like a Ruka hat that they made with a little bill. But yeah, the nose blunt was random. We were in Greece, and that's where they held I don't know what Olympics they were, but when they held them there, that whole facility was all the Olympics arena, and I mean, once the Olympics are done, people
it's like abandoned.
People just don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
So there was just this perfect, I don't know, it was 13 or 14 stair.
And there's a drop on the other side, right? Stairs going down, so it kind of gives you that.
But it was like perfect.
Yeah.
And I think this was my first cover.
Yeah, Skateboard Mag cover, right?
Yeah,
First one.
Humphreys shot it, and Heath filmed it fisheye. And I don't know if it was this trip or maybe another trip, but like every trick that Heath filmed a bunch of tricks of mine, and every trick that he's ever filmed, he's always fucked it up, and says in the footage like, I fucked it up.
You can hear him say it.
You can hear him say it. So I mean, also like, he's obviously one of my favorite skaters.
Yeah.
I was like, he's filming this, and he fucking is like a nose blunt fucking dude.
Dude,
so
you don't know how to film?
I gotta do this. But I mean, the spot was perfect, and it's like such a perfect rail, and I was feeling pretty good at the time.
I love that Heath fucks up all the footage. Get him off the camera.
Herman's right there. He seems
Herman
pissed.
Diggity. Look at this last trick, 5-0. Now this clip, you look younger than you do in all the other clips for some reason, and you look like you're half asleep, like you just woke up.
That was early in the day.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You look like you just woke up and you just 5-0 that rail.
Yeah, I probably did. I mean, I was like, I think we went straight there, and we did, and we got it luckily. Yeah, I don't know. That was fun.
That was dope, huh? That was easy though. Didn't you do that in like 1 or 2 tries? And
yeah, I think it was pretty easy.
Well, bud, I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
For all the backstories and everything.
Hopefully.
And good luck on filming the next video part.
Thank you.
I want a guest trick in it. You've seen the clips.
Get that 50-50 on a handrail.
I'll get the streaks.
If you get your handrail trick,
I'll get it.
That will be in my part.
I'll get a
That'll
real
be last
streak
trick.
Clip. I'll get a real streak part or clip for you.
Yeah. That'll be last trick in my part.
Awesome.
Hey, give me the background before you end it.
I don't don't think we're watching World 1. Are we watching TransWorld?
Best ride I seen. Best ride I seen. That was great, man.